And we got a new alpha out, 1.5.0. I've been looking forward to something new happening lately, and this definitely seems, well, like something. There have been a number of different changes. Most of them are kind of more minor-ish tweaks, at least as far as I can tell. One new area that was added, sort of a, what is it, sewers version of the prison depths, which I'm definitely going to be checking out right now. But aside from that, it's really going to be kind of looking at what's going on with the... Wait, why don't I have a custom mode unlocked? Yeah, that has everything, right? Come on now. Okay, fine. Well, I guess I'll go get that one again. Why not? There's also one new rune that allows you to see stuff more often. Alienation has been changed. It no longer forces you to only have healing. It also heals up with... Alright, come on. What is wrong with this save file? Certainly something. Oh, here we go. It was the wrong one. Never mind then. I forgot. You know what? Let's go with normal mode. Why not? Why not? I forgot what save file is what. I mean, okay. If you are tuning into this and you have not seen alpha updates or anything like that, it inserts a new save file that is an experimental save file, a copy of one of your existing save files, which is deleted as soon as there's an update to the game. So that kind of threw me off there for a second. Anyway, the real thing here is that I think probably the most important thing is that you can't have two of the same item anymore, which is, well, kind of destroys one of my favorite ways to play the game, double boomerang right now, but I guess I will adjust to it in time. Aside from that, no more damage cap. That's cool. A lot of different things. And like I said, of course, I am going to be checking out the new area, since I think that is probably the most substantial update coming out here so far. But next up, this patch, there is one change in the patch that makes it horrible. Yeah, it's the double weapon things. Yep, that was the one I saw. But at the same time, man, you do get the ability to heal malaise with alienation, which is great, and definitely something that Tactics can use, along with a couple new Tactics mutations that I think will also be quite good. Firebrands, throwing knives, yeah, anything that had the whole double casting meta that I like to talk about before has now just been completely ruined here. Oh well, there have been many a change to how I play the game in the past, and I will persevere as I always do. Hey, bleed propagation. If only I had any amount of money. I mean, being a new save file, you don't have anything already in the game, so you don't have a previous save file. I don't have any of my money stored up, okay? That's about it. There is a new rune. Hey, cool. There is a new rune, one that allows you to see all of the points of interest on the map after you've explored it enough. You know, just as part of that whole, like, make runs a little bit faster type of thing. I don't know, there's a bunch of stuff, I don't even remember it all. I'm sure we're going to have a fun time experiencing it when I come upon it and am annoyed that I can't use the same old cheesy strategies that I did before. Yep, that seems like the obvious choice, although that wasn't even me choosing that. That was me having my mouse cursor over that. Probably should move that off the screen. All right, what are we looking for? Sewers. New prison depths type of mechanic, and I definitely want to check that thing out. What is it, like the corrupted confinements or whatever? Can't imagine that's going to be too much different from what we've already got. I don't really think that... I think that's more of like a stopgap sort of measure to make sure that you get a bunch of different... all the scrolls that you would get going through any of the other areas. Really like the double weapon change. I always found myself playing Tactics and asking, is this better than double owls? I mean, well, now it's just, you know, double owls or... Hey, sure. I mean, it's like instead of double owls, you just take one owl and, I don't know, like the double crossbow-matic. That's at least how I see it. Maybe that won't continue in the future, but we'll see. Anyway, alienation. Reducing a curse 5 times removes the malaise 2. I assume that means removing 5 curse points reduces 2 malaise. Maybe? I don't know. The one I want to see is Strategic Retreat. Yeah, this is I believe actually almost the exact mutation that I suggested putting in a little while ago. Essentially witch time. You dodge at the perfect time and now you get a little bit of slow down movement for everybody. For everybody around you, every enemy around you. Which I think is pretty cool. Let's take a look. Okay, so not for everything, but for a pretty big area. Good to know. Now, that was me failing to do that there. Seems like it's not a huge cooldown, or a huge slowdown, but it's something. It's more than what we had before, so I can appreciate that. Oh, wait, that's not an attack. That was just him throwing an egg at me. Interesting. Now, there's good reason why I want to be using tactics here, even beyond just this new mutation. I also want to see how that works with alienation, since I do think that there's, you know, just some ability to get rid of malaise is going to be helpful. All right, anybody else? Anybody else? Because, geez, they're really taking some time here to destroy. You really do have to have the perfect dodge time, don't you? Good. Now let's just see. How do you get magic missiles? It is from the Arbiter enemy in the caverns. It used to be when Arbiters were everywhere that was very easy to get, but now you got to make a special trip over there. It's a pretty decent item, so I would definitely recommend it if you can possibly get it. You know what? Yeah, sure. Not even going to worry too much about that, because I want to work with this. Probably not going to be using this the entire time, but I do think that at least as a starting weapon, it's going to be just peachy keen. Especially if I do decide to sit down at a minimal amount of health for a very long time. Oh yeah, also lore rooms now have their own color. I guess it's a little bit of a sky blue type of thing. We don't know what the area is. I mean, we're going to see it in like 5 seconds. Because I do believe it's just going to be right in accessible from here. I do like that I do like that for some reason the rolling through the electricity seems to also activate the mutation. Also, what is that, like the third elite elite rampager that I fought now? Jeez, these things are just relentless, aren't they? Okay. Not too worried about that. No. Next time I'm going to be taking alienation. I'm going to be seeing how that works. Because I think I understand how it works, but oh, scroll fragments. That's right. That's also a thing here. Select 3 and you get a scroll power. Well, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be an interesting little change to the game, certainly. I don't know if I like it just yet, but there's plenty of time for that to change. It's definitely an alpha level, very obvious. Oh, so it uses like default music and assets that already exist in the game and everything like that. Oh boy, good stuff. Reminds me, the way you say that just makes me immediately think of what the castle was originally, with all that placeholder art. Well, I'm gonna see it anyway. Gonna see how it goes, I guess. I'm more interested in the gameplay stuff anyway. Of course. It takes so freaking long to... Okay, there we go. That should throw me down to half health, and at least I'm getting the constant criticals from this now. Oy, I'm gonna lose it as soon as I take up alienation, but that's fine. That's fine. 4th Elite Rampager. Oh boy. What is up? I know that they changed the the stylings of... There it is. I know that they changed the stylings of the enemy spawns or whatever in areas, but it feels like maybe they took out too many things in the sewers here. Or maybe it's just coincidence. Okay. Here's another one. Don't know where to get the new... Don't know where to get the new... what's the word I'm trying to think of? A rune. And there's supposed to be a new rune, but they didn't say where you find it in any way. Cool. Really happy to see this. I'm out of here. Took too much out in general. First half of the game is like pre 1.2 difficulty. I don't even remember if that's good or bad at this point in time. It's too long. It's been too long. Oh, I will take that. Much nicer. Anybody else? Anybody else? No. All the biters are being as obnoxious as ever, but that's fine. Oh god, how many things are new now? It's a lot of minor tweaks, but there is one new area. But the area is very alpha, so... Okay, here's a question. Yep, that does work. All right. Removed all the Reign of the Giant enemies, the ones that added difficulty, which... Oh, yeah, also, like they have things on the map actually showing if you've gone in there or not just yet. Good, good. Except for Rampagers, of course. Of course! I'd like to, but I don't have... I'm not working with survival right now. Going full on with tactics, and I think that's going to be the way to go, at least for the first couple runs tonight. Oh, yeah, that was just this. I was hoping to find one last chunk here of... Hey, nice. I was hoping to find one last chunk of scroll, but I guess that's not going to happen. Let's actually go see the new level. Check the options. You can have turn off cutscenes and have a random skin on spawn. Ooh, I do like that. Probably this. Sure. All right. Okay. We'll just throw on everything. Why not? Don't really know what exactly cutscenes would imply for the most part, because they've all been skippable to this point as far as I know. I think? I don't know. You get Death Orb? Oh, hey, it's the, it's Corrupted Edition graphics. They've finally been put in the game. And, yeah, Alienation. Also, a lot less cursed chests around here, apparently. Boss cutscenes, I guess. Also, thank you, Alex, for putting the patch notes here. Should probably have that come up more than a few times. What's all this then? And oh yes, colorless items now just scale with whatever your highest level is, which, yes, please, I'll take that. 200%, sure. And 2 points of tactics, I guess? It doesn't really show that if it is or not. Oh, and there are demons here, which is good. And by good, I mean just the worst. Oh well, can't get away from those things ever, can you? Oh, okay. That was unexpected there for a second. I didn't even see that you could go through this. It was worrying. By the way, go to the giant. Trust me, you'll like the change. Oh. That's threatening. I mean, I do know one of the changes is... Oh, whoops. I forgot how quickly those things attack you. Didn't think that it was going to turn around so fast. Hey, Bobby Skin. You know what? Let's record this run so that I can have it put up later. All right, all right. Let's start this in, there's 5 seconds of checking out what's new. Let's start this in 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, maybe turn it up a bit? Sure, I can do that. That should be about good levels, I'd like to say. All right, all right, all right. Let's actually record an episode here, as you do. Oh, what do we want? What do we want? 1.5 alpha update. A lot of minor tweaks and one new area, but not too much for like major content. That said, some of the changes I like quite a bit. Alienation being able to give you extra malaise cure, a lot of little tweaks giving you some new tactics mutations and everything like that. I'm liking how this is looking, but I do also understand that apparently many things that I used to like have been taken out. Most notably, no more using two of the same weapon. Goodbye boomerang meta. Oh well, or double Great Owls of War if you like using that. Never even got to use it before it's been taken away. Oh well. Anywho, what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be trying to use some of the new tactics mutations. I'm going to be checking out the new area and hopefully get a successful fight against the giant. I'm told that there's something that I'm really going to enjoy. We'll see. New area is sort of it's a very alpha version as of just yet. It just happened to have a pretty bad death. I'm not going to mince words. Hey, alienation means you're going to be taking a whole... New alienation means you're going to be taking a whole lot more points of curse, and that's not the easiest thing to deal with, okay? But hey, we finally get the proper corrupted edition graphics in the game, which is something that I've been looking forward to for a while. I always thought that looked cool. Very disappointed that it never appeared in the game proper. Granted, it's the corrupted depths one, so it's not like you're getting the cool Rampart deals. Oh well. Ah, that was close. Okay. So yeah, the lack of the ability to have two of the same items. I mean, that has been a huge boon to me in the past because, you know, two good items, using them at the same time has always been just the way to go. You take two heavy turrets, two boomerangs, two ice shards, and now it's gone. Gone forever. Or maybe not. I mean, this is still alpha after all. Things are subject to change, as always. But hey, I can say this, it's a change that I can still deal with. You should be using a big variety of different items in the game regardless, because that's how Dead Cells has always been. You always kind of want to mix and match the best things to create the best effect. So the ability to, you know, not do that hurts, but hey, who knows? Maybe in the future that just means it opens up new avenues to greater things. Oh, I got milliseconds turned on. I completely forgot about that. Also new in the update. Fun stuff. All right. Colorless weapons now appearing a lot more. Telluric Shock has more. Yeah, give me that. Telluric Shock has more iframes on it. Changes to scrolls. Scrolls now appear in a bunch of new areas. It's all a lot of good looking stuff, but again, who knows? A lot of the a lot of the enemies that appear in areas are now back to pre-Reign of the Giant. Yeah, here we go. So say goodbye to like knife throwers and everything on early cell difficulties. Or even late cell difficulties. I'm on 5 cell right now. I don't know. And oh yes, if you haven't seen the patch notes, they are going to be in the description and also currently in the chat. Make sure to check those out. There's a lot of stuff there. I don't know, the other thing that I'm most interested in is no longer having any sort of... Yeah, let's go. No longer having any sort of damage cap. Yeah, that's right, you can finally do more than 99,999. Which makes weapons like, say, the Valmont's Whip much more worthwhile to use right now. I mean, does that mean I'm going to use it? We'll see. That said, I do appreciate the change. All right, let's... Witch time, indeed. I do believe that this is the exact sort of mutation that I kind of floated as one that could help out just tactics in general a while ago. And just like a little bit of slowdown as soon as you get a dodge. Also prevents getting malazed up too, which is, well, still probably the biggest deal when it comes to... Yeah, this is going to be the best place to take care of all this. Still probably the biggest deal when it comes to tactics. The lack of ability to deal with that. That said, hey, I like just having Alienation now be a usable mutation. In the past, healing, you get so much health chunked off of you anytime you take any hits on higher cell difficulty, that the idea that, oh, once you get rid of a little bit of cursing, then you're able to get healed, doesn't matter at all. Malaise, though, that is where it's at. Come on, really? This endless amount of enemies we fighting here, eh? Yeah, malaise is where it's at. Malaise is where you die most of the time. However, here, nice try. However, here, it's going to help out so much knowing that there's some way, and a colorless way, no less. So even if you're working on brutality or survival, you have ways to actually deal with that. No. No. Oh yeah, any thoughts on the Caltrops mutation? Yeah, that's another new mutation. Slows down enemies, deals damage when you do a dodge roll. Well, it throws down Caltrops on the ground, which deals damage to enemies and slows them down. I don't know, I think that could be good for the sort of melee mutation that we've seen in the past. Is it going to be something I'll prioritize a lot? I don't know, I feel like it might fall into the same sort of gray area like the scheme, where I just feel like it's not particular. Ripper especially, I know, is one of those. I just don't really feel like it's worth taking most of the time. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but I'll definitely give it a try anyway. I think that this entire run is going to be based around using all the new stuff, checking out all the new stuff. But hey, that's always how you do it when it comes to alpha updates. Some major stuff, I mean, the most major thing is new area. And that's mostly just to, you know, give a sewers alternative to the... Oh, this also scales with survival, which is nice. I do think I'm going to take it, just because I think that'll work a little bit better with the Assassin's Dagger, as I'm using it right now. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, the new area, and that's mostly just to give you a little bit of extra scrolls, sort of the equivalent, the sewer equivalent of the prison depths. Also, boss skipping in the early phases on higher cell boss difficulty. Yeah, I saw that. I don't know what it means. I suppose we'll be figuring out soon enough now. I have cutscenes turned off as well. That's now an option. I can't imagine that's going to make too much of a difference, because you could already skip cutscenes, but maybe it'll be nice. Maybe it'll kind of speed things up a little bit. Also, a big update is less cursed chests just across the board, apparently. Cursed chests, of course, still important. And apparently the random cursed chests are now appear a little bit more often. But you're no longer getting 5 per area in the same way that you were before. At least that's from what I understand. We'll see how that works out in practice, though. No, this is actually exactly what I was looking for. I was thinking, hey, I'm less than half health right now. Frantic Sword could be a nice get. With the ability to slow things down. The scroll fragment. Kind of silly, but like, sure. Collect 3, get a scroll of power, why not? A minor change, but oh, and here we go. I thought it was 3. Maybe it's not 3. Okay, well then, I guess I was wrong. Well, anyway, yeah, there's also a new rune that kind of fills out your map if you mostly explored the area. No idea where to get that, so I can't really tell you if I'm even going to see that one today. There's a new... Oh, what else is new? New basic upgrade to give you some more options as far as starting equipment goes. Not entirely sure how it works, but being on 5-cell mode, I should have probably thrown this just on 4-cell mode. 5-cell mode is not going to give me the ability to get that. Oh well. Also, I had like 38 kills there. I was so close to getting the full 60. Should have been a little bit more cautious. But then again, you know, you're fighting an elite. What are you gonna do? Speaking of fighting elites, I don't want to fight this guy. 4 fragments for the scroll. What? What is it? That is not how the rule of 3 works. It's not called the rule of 4. Maybe they're going like you know, it's dead cells. Get it? So you gotta have 4. Am I right? That's the only thing I could possibly think of. Oh yeah, the sprite is flipped for the for Flint. However much of a difference that makes to you, but hey, it's a thing. I don't know. Lot of tiny updates, which I like. Okay, so first off, before I get over here, I'm gonna go grab the one piece cake that I got going on. Why do I even still have Castlevania-esque unlocked? It doesn't matter, but let's get right into this new area. Like I said, very alpha, so it's not super impressive, but hey, it's new. Can't say it's not. Corrupted Confinement. The enemy spawn changes might be good as 4 boss cell change, lowers the gap from 3 boss cell and makes it more distinct compared to 5 boss cell. Oh, I mean, I didn't actually even think of that, but yeah, I mean, for the most part, I've always said that 5 boss cell, just, 4 boss cell, but a little bit more. But with, some changes, I can see that being... That's the wrong one. Ah, no, I'm stupid. My stupid brain said skull. That's how that works, right? Do the skull. Anyway, fine. It's fine. Just go. Don't like the change to Guardian's Haven. Depends on if you get a choice or not. I mean, I saw that change. I like it because, it does make things a little bit faster, but I don't know. I could see how that could also be a bad thing. Colorless items now work towards whatever your highest stat is, which is cool. Nope. Which is cool, but also, no, there's no but. It's just good. It's good. It's a good change. What am I even saying? Yeah, also, I think this is the only time that you're able to see bats on 5-cell mode. I don't think those things appear anywhere else. All right, and there's 2 points of melee's gone. Oh, there's defenders down here. That's a bad one. Also demons, of course. Ah, speaking of which, yeah, no, just keep it. Nope, it's going right after me. Oh, those things are the worst. Hey, liposuction. You almost never see that. Anyway. Oh, come on. Ah, the bats. Gotta tell you, I don't think that going melee with tactics is the best idea. Never want to do that. Please put the patch notes in the description. Don't want to link it every 5 minutes. Oh, hey. The ghost outfit. I like that one. Yeah, all right, fine. Let's give an attempt here. The teleportation would be a nice change to 5 boss cell only. I wouldn't even disagree with that. I do think that that's... I mean, it's so very frustrating to work with on any difficulty that it appears. Leaving it for only the most hardcore one, I think would be fitting. 4 boss cell is still going to be difficult regardless. Melee's is a new mechanic. You're trying to deal with it the entire time. Not having to worry about enemies also teleporting to you, I think would be just fine in my mind. Yeah. And okay. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, give that to me. Although I also like this one. Stream and vid viewers get to watch you die. I don't know if that's funny to me. Yeah, normally I would edit this out, but we already did the whole introductory spiel and everything that it's like I can't just... there we go. But I can't just get rid of it now. Ah, well, let me get the link up in the thing. What biome is this prison? It is in the... I mean, being that it's supposed to be like an alternative to the... It's supposed to be an alternative to the prison depths, that it appears in the OG sewers as soon as you get there. Okay. That's now been added to the description, and that should include for the people at home, in case you haven't seen it. Because there is a lot of stuff to be taken in. Okay, sure. And there we go. Had to rethink the balance between paths. I mean, that is one of the things that has happened. The balance between paths has changed a lot to be able to... Come on now. If only I had that new change for getting the starting items. But, what was I saying here? Oh, yes, apparently one of the other big changes, and, you know, subtle changes too, is that the various stats that now are distributed in levels are a bit more even to... Oh, come on! I mean, I'll do it, but still. Stats between levels are more evenly distributed, is what I was saying. Oh, come on, really? I couldn't even see what was happening. I didn't even know a shield bearer was in there. Oh boy, you just need to do a one boss cell run since you need to unlock that starting room upgrade. Yeah, let's just do that real quick. No more 7 scrolls of power in the Sepulchre. That's not going to stop me from going into the Sepulchre, by the way. That's just going to mean that I won't go in there as often. Don't want to see you die to a curse for a 3rd time? Don't you, though? Nah, let's take this. I like this one. Prison Depths used to give the same number of scrolls on 5 boss cell as the Ancient Sewers. Create a harder area for a harder boss. Cavern has a load of scrolls now, though. I'm getting hit a very embarrassing amount of time. Well, at least I got the Piccolo outfit, which makes everything all better. Same number of scrolls, but different types. Yeah, and that does make a big difference because scrolls of power, of course, are much more useful than not. The game does kind of take the double scrolls and tries to balance them towards, you know, your not main stat. So they're a little bit more balanced. However, here might be a little bit different of a story. Is counting cursed chests? Giving us a load of scrolls didn't count, but it feels like a lot more. Oh, interesting. Also, I will take that. I'm going to be much nicer for getting a bunch of... I'm going to be working towards tactics. This is one of the better ones to get. Also, one of the new changes is you can just hold down the button and shoot forever. Which, I mean, I know is, again, another one of those really minor changes, but I do appreciate it nonetheless. That was a good fake out last night. What do you mean good? What do you mean fake out? I died to my own hubris. Was that not good enough? Okay, let's, yeah, I'll just keep going here. Can't remember how the balance was between dual and tri scrolls between the paths. I mean, I never even learned it, so if you remember anything, you're doing better than me. I mean, I know that the first area has 2 scrolls, and past that point, I don't know. There's a bunch of them. Okay, and all right. Let's get back into those corrupted sewers. Okay. I'm guessing, but you're probably going to see a lot more flat 30 in your main stat by the time you hit the observatory. Yeah, probably. I mean, that's sort of the platonic ideal, as I've always described it. Trying to get that many stats before you get to the final area. But again, it's hard to say since they didn't really give specific... One of the things they said was that the alpha version should have everything immediately unlocked. That's not everything immediately unlocked, Motion Twin. Okay, was there something else? Yeah, networking. Huh, that's kind of interesting. Unfortunately, don't really have anything to work with that, but still. Oh, also Caltrops is not called Caltrops, it's called Crowsfoot. Check it out nonetheless. Oh, look at him. It's cute. I'm toxic and playing Overwatch. Bye. Oh, that's fine. I mean, if you're playing Overwatch, I would expect nothing less. Look at them. They just kind of drop from you. It's sort of adorable. I don't know. I like it. Anyway. Well, it's not really so much slowing down enemies as just outright killing them at this point in time. Yeah, there we go. Now I can see it. Well... I guess on low cell difficulties, the damage here is it's worth taking these for the damage alone. Cool. Oh yeah, also it shows milliseconds now, because I had somebody asking about that. That is a new change. So you can have it be very granular with the amount of time shown in the game. so you can make sure that you don't have to verify. You don't have to have a photographic finish on each one of your runs. Let you know immediately. Okay. They look like little poops. I mean, they just look like spikes. No, they look like caltrops. Crow's feet. Never heard that phrase before. There always been caltrops in my mind. Is that like a common Britishism or something like that? Because that feels like one of those things. When's the release date? I mean, they are literally, this is literally new as of today, so we got some time. This is gonna be in the oven for a while, I'd like to say. They seem to last for a pretty long time, too. Option to turn the caltrops into Legos. Now, there you go. Have them be different colors each time. Yeah, I think that would be great. No more double boomerang. I mean, you can turn it off in the custom options, but that's not one of those, that's not one of the custom options that allows you to keep your... That's sort of like turning off malaise or something as far as custom options goes. It's not quite as officially sanctioned, I guess is what I'd say. Gotta give them time to make the confinement an actual biome. I mean, it's still here. It's still... I'd like to say that unless you have been watching... Unless you are very experienced in the... come on now. Unless you are very experienced in, like, mods and looking at the corrupted areas that have always been dummied out, it's gonna be mostly new for you. Are there caltrops? It's a new mutation. Just took it right now. Called Crow's Feet. Boy's Axe? Who I want a Boy's Axe? I don't want a Boy's Axe. I'll take a Boy's Axe. Rooting enemies to the ground. Getting a little bit of extra melee. Not melee, extra DPS off of it. I can see it being useful. Okay. Boy, it's... Yeah, one cell. You kind of forget. I mean, I suppose I did just do it on stream recently, but... When you have everything fully upgraded, you really do feel the difference in how the difficulty here. Never heard of Cole's... I'm British, never heard of Crow's Feet. Call them caltrops also. Well, then I have no idea where that came from. I mean, hey, given the Crows of the Wings. Wings of the Crow still is the most popular video on the channel. Am I really going to complain? Go make a video entirely based around using this as your only source of damage. Breaking hundreds of thousands of views. You gotta play the game, baby. You want to be successful at YouTube. Okay. What's the new place? It is a sewers equivalent of the... I mean, you can actually see it right there. Corrupted Confinement. Sewers equivalent of the prison depths. There to give you a little bit of extra statage, as well as provide another little extra area between going from the sewers into the ancient sewers. It's all about making it so that one path going through the depths into the sepulcher is not clearly better than any other option you could possibly go to. Looked up the caltrop, and the translation is Pied de Corbeau. I'm just going to assume that I said that correctly. Or crow's foot. Okay, so it's a Frenchism. There we go. Going the literal route. I guess I don't really need this now, do I? Just go with witch time again. Why not? I guess that makes sense, because some things get more literal translations than others, I think, in the game. Literally just cursed chest and a handful of enemies, very tiny area. Yeah, from what I understand, the prison depths also has been changed to be a much smaller area. They're supposed to be, you know, little bonus towns, and that's about it. Of course, the difficult enemies does certainly make a big difference. Having protectors and the demons and everything in a single area, tons of guys that are around here sniping you, definitely does make a big difference in gameplay. The slammers too are also some pretty rough enemies. Ow. Some pretty rough enemies compared to what you would normally find at this point in the game. I mean, the earliest you could see this before was what? The cavern. Oh, wow, it is really tiny. Look at that. We're already done. You weren't even kidding. And what does this area lead to? What I want to know. Which is time. Oh, you can also go into the ramparts from here. That's kind of nice. That said, I think Ancient Sewers is gonna be the better option, yeah. I do like that combo. I'm gonna take it. Why not? It's been a little while since I've used the Marksman's Bow. Obviously, teleporting enemies is usually what makes it very questionable of a take. But hey, that's fine. Should work out just fine here. Roll through here, nothing and nothing. Definitely going to be hitting up the cavern. Then past that, what do I even want to take here? Oh, networking. Yeah, of course. That's the new one. And now that I have something that actually has arrows on it, that's going to be important. A secret enemy in 5 boss cells, smaller aggro range. Yes. A certain bookworm enemy is no longer going to be aggroing on me from across the freaking map. Oh, I did see that, and I am happy to hear it. But that said, they're still not any less dangerous once they get aggroed on you. Oh, wow. That's a lot of zombies. Okay, no problem, though. Not enough to provide any amount of threat, though. Networking would be broken with the quick bow. I think it would be useful with the quick bow. I don't know about broken. If I manage to find one of those, I'll definitely check it out. And after this, let's do one more. I do want to check out the new version of the depths as well. So, you know, after I get a decent run going on here in 1 boss cell mode, I'm gonna go back into 5, check that out, and then I don't know, see kind of how. See, maybe do some experimentation on my own and see how exactly some of the changes screw around with the game. This is only planned to be sort of a first look type of stream anyway. Of course. All right, take a look here. Bookworm enemies are now too absorbed in their books. That is actually good justification. Throw that in as lore as to why it works that way. Grenade with caltrops is an interesting combo. Lay traps and then have enemies get whipped into it. Oh, it does affect Parting Gift. Does it affect the caltrops? Yeah, I mean, they stay on the ground, so I could see that. I could see that working. Maybe. It's hard to say. Honestly, I think that with the fact that they deal as much damage as they do, you can kind of like drop them on enemies as sort of like a preamble to attacks. This might be a little bit better than I thought as far as a mutation goes. It's one of the few mutations where you can get some like damage without it's not a buff, it's just straight damage. It's a new weapon, which is interesting. I don't know if we've ever really had a weapon that works quite like a mutation that works quite like this before. Yeah, caltrops only run when? I'm not gonna lie. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it right now. You can see the gears turning in my head as I'm kind of considering what like cell difficulty, what routes would you take? You know, for something like the tentacles, especially I'm thinking about this right now for I'm about to be going up against the conjunctivius. This is a really good combo for the conjunctivius, isn't it? Almost completely nullifies the effectiveness of the sweeping tentacle. Couldn't quite get out of there in time. But rallied up a decent amount of my health. Rallied up enough to get back to 69 health, which I think is the most important thing, absolutely. Throbs, Armor of Throbs from Dark Souls. They did it. Yep, no, we can't ignore the fact that you did say throbs. I'm sorry, but that is now immortalized, Mr. Rental, for all time. I mean, I gotta say, Kirk would probably be more threatening if it was the armor of throbs. Anyway, probably just should switch this out, I think. And yeah, this area is definitely no smaller than it's ever been. Oh, I hate the sewers. But hey, at least now there is far more reason why you want to go down here. And explosive decoy, no, not worth it. If I'm reading the patch notes correct, you can double up on legendary weapons. But what are the chances that you get like 2 legendary weapons? Because legendary weapons are even outside the purview of custom mode. They can be anything, even outside the purview of things that you have unlocked in the game. So I guess for the one time that ever might come up, that could be useful. It's rough. It's rough, but you know, hey, at least there's hope. There's still hope to be had in this place. Yeah, I'm noticing right now I'm in the sewers, I got nearly 18 tactics on only, why'd I do that? On only, 1 boss cell mode. Yeah, this is definitely a lot different compared to what it used to be. When is the update coming out? Just hit alpha today. Yeah, we got a wait ahead of us. Okay, I like you. Goodbye, Double Owl of War. You shall be missed. And I like potentially you, if you give me something good. Nah. What else? What else? I'll check out the Javelin. Nah, not worth it. Why are there Watcher Tentacles? Oh, that was introduced all the way back in the Reign of the Giant update. They're the mini-boss mob that you get from the Conjunctivius. You just kind of find them in the sewers now. All over the place. Alright, alright. Double Owls carried me through 1 boss cell. Unfortunately, you're going to have to get just 1 particularly strong owl if it's going to be carrying you now. No longer getting brought off like the Birdman in that 1 episode of Hey Arnold. You know what I'm talking about, 90s kids. Terrible. No double support items either? I don't think so. It's not just owls. It's anything that you used to be able to double up on. I can't go like my classic double heavy turret anymore either. Double boomerang's gone. Double throwing knives is gone. Oh boy, there's... wasn't moving there for a second. Oh, that was just bad on my part. I didn't quite see exactly what the difference was. Oh yeah, okay, there we go. Yep, that's past the... No longer have the first phase. Goes immediately to sweeping tentacles now. Ugh. That also means that like the easiest phase of the Hand of the King is now over with too, which is unfortunate. No double weapons. Yeah, I know, right? It's like that was the way. If I wanted to just beat 5-cell mode, you go double boomerang. It worked. It just works, man. No longer a thing anymore. It is a tragic occurrence. Okay, come on, man. Oh yeah, that just skipped right across it, didn't it? Here, let's see. Oh, yeah, it's there. There it is. So that's what happens if you try to take a second one. Just like, do you want to replace the one you have right now, or do you want to do nothing? What's the biggest thing? You just saw it. Ouch, man. Looks weird without the cutscene. That's sort of like the old school concierge. That never used to have a cutscene for dying, and now it's just going back to those days. Hokuto's throwing knife will keep throwing knife alive, though. Hey, Hokuto's bow is going to be carrying a lot of stuff. Your bird may no longer be able to lift you up in the air, but the Hokuto's bow will. With its mighty punches. I'm back from Overwatch, still toxic. Great. Moment of silence for Double Boomerang. Okay, that's enough. Well, I mean, you know, like I was saying, I do think that really... Why does this have a little star on it, I'm noticing? Does that mean that it has a special... Let's take a look. Oh yeah, I guess it means it has a special affix on it. Huh. I didn't even see that one in the patch notes. Cool. Oh, come on. Isn't something supposed to... aren't I supposed to get one of the multi-scrolls there? Maybe it doesn't appear on lower cell difficulty. I don't know. Oh, well. I'm playing Double Boomerangs right now to pay respect. Hey, if you aren't in the alpha, you still got time. Save yourself. But no, you can turn it off in the custom options. It's just, yeah. Hasn't that star been there for a while? If it has, I didn't see it. It's new to me. A Hokuto's bow that deals poison with a dagger, MM? Oh, magic missile. That deals double damage to poison. I mean, yeah, it's any sort of those combos are still going to be very, very effective. It's just, you know, it's a rare get in the first place, and relying on it to appear, I think, is not the best idea. We'll see. You ever get amazed at how much game has progressed since it was in early access? Oh, all the time. I mean, there's occasional times you can see when I just go trip down memory lane in streams like that. You know, talking about how things used to have like all these placeholder graphics and everything like that. Every few months, it feels like Dead Cells transforms into a different, usually better, game. It's one of the great things about it, and one of the reasons why I still love playing it to this day. Which enemy drops Lacerating Aura? It is the second, after doing 5 daily runs, you have that unlocked for you. So it's actually not even an enemy that drops it. Better start doing your dailies. Okay, and that'll work. That'll do. Magic Missile just makes me feel like playing Noita again, though. Thinking about that right now. Ah, that's a good combo. And kind of what I'm expecting to do with Caltrops eventually. We'll see. Oh yeah, there was a change in the kill count icon. It now tells you if you have fulfilled the conditions for getting the next kill door, even if you've been hit during the course of the level, which is good. First chest drop better items now? Yes, across the board. Just because the items now scale with your highest stat. It's not whatever stat the item originally had. It's not whatever stat the original item scaled with. It's whatever your highest stat is now. So that means that you always have 2 stats if you have things fully upgraded, and they always work towards your main stat, making it just, ooh, please. Making it just a straight upgrade. Almost entirely. I mean, yeah, it's not as good as it could be if I was working with a, cool. If I was working with a 5-cell run, but hey, it's pretty good. The placeholder cross was better than the alien stones or whatever that AoE weapon was. You're talking about the OG version of the Crusher, which, yeah, for some reason you planted like a crucifix in the ground to kill enemies. Because, you know, Jesus, well known for making everything explode around him. Boy, Pontius Pilate did not know what was coming when he crucified that dude. And it just blew up the country mile around him. I always thought that was kind of silly, but it's like, I do also think that it works a little bit better with like the teleport stones and everything that you have around here. It's supposed to be like the big alchemical theme that they got going on in the game. Fist of Jesus is canon. I mean, kinda. Certainly all of the gravestones that you find in here are still very much of the cross style. Get a paid DLC, it would make sense for them to change the daily to something more interesting. Sure, I'd be down with that. Obviously, I'm not a super competitive person, never really play the daily, but why not? When will it be for console? Oh, very long time. I mean, they always, Motion Twin always tends, well, Evil Empire now, always tends to be kind of slow on getting the console update out, and this one is technically not even out for people on PC just yet. Only for those brave few willing to go into the alpha. And of course, alpha, if you don't know, you copy over one of your save files into an experimental save file slot, which then gets deleted as soon as there's a new update. His build is more healer than DPS. Oh wait, for which one? I wouldn't really say this is more of a healer type of thing. Just more. This is pretty DPS heavy, I'd like to say. Yeah. Okay. And okay. Yeah, it used to be that the Grenadiers were just purple-colored zombies. Also used to be that the runner enemies were just white-colored zombies. And they would attack by trying to run you over with their Dragula. Terrible. Anyway, where do we got the next scroll going on here? But it's 3:14 a.m. my time in the region. Pie time. Good night, people. Yeah, I mean, this probably got one run going on 5-cell mode, and if it's unsuccessful, then I'm just gonna be like, then I'm just gonna call it a loss. But I'd like to see that we've kind of seen most of the new content at this point, so you're not going to be seeing too much of anything new. Besides, for me to fully experience this, I got to get a little bit more experience with the update here. There's some ideas that I got to make some good stuff work, but for example, the mutations that I got right now are not really the ones to make that happen. Dragula was Rob Zombie solo project. Oh, I thought that was White Zombie. That was Rob Zombie's band, though, right? Am I entirely off base here? Somebody confirmed that I'm either crazy or the most sane man alive right now. Is the Owl new? Oh, Owl's been in the game for quite a while now. I think it was Rise of the Giant. It's been a favorite of a lot of people for a while, but it's also one that, since I don't really do a whole lot of tactics runs, you don't really see too much if you've just been watching the videos. Dax has an industrial bucket load of mutations. So many with this update. I mean, so many with this update and the last one. I like it because I always thought that, you know, tactics was kind of falling behind the updates. Everything was just fully focused on damage, whereas the support ones were more important to me. So getting that changed up is a good change in my eyes. All right. Okay. And okay. Oh. How do you get the Giant Whistle, Endless Quiver Bow, and Belmont Whip? Endless Quiver is dropped by the Undead Archers. Giant Whistle is dropped by the Giant, of course. Naturally. Belmont's Whip is dropped by the Ugly Worms in the sewers. That should pretty much cover it. Giant is the only one that you really don't want to have a Hunter's Grenade for, because it's a pretty rare drop for everything else. Would highly... I mean, especially now that there's no damage cap on enemies, which I haven't really said too much about that, but that's a thing. The Giant's Fist might be a lot more useful, knowing that you can just destroy bosses with it now, potentially. Probably not the Giant himself, though, because that's never really been a thing. Yoink and good. Ugh, still hate those demons. I think more than anything else, those demons are frustrating in this area. I mean, I've gotten a decent amount of experience with the Arbiters and everything, but man. What drops the Owl? Knife Throwers. Knife Throwers drop the Owl, and it's actually, that is also another change. It's a higher drop rate in this latest update. So if you've just never really happened to see this thing, at least you have a much better chance of seeing it now. Amazes me every time how Doc remembers the names of every mob in the game. Oh, I did like some sort of bit in one episode of Dead Cells, I don't remember, where I talked about how I'm super obsessive with always making sure that I know the name of every enemy in the game. I think the stupid example that I gave for that was that the fish, the big Cheep in Super Mario Bros. 3 that spits out smaller Cheeps is named Big Bertha, but the big Cheep that eats you is named Boss Bass, and those are both different from the giant fish enemy in Yoshi's Island, which is called the Lunge Fish. Because I am just obsessed with making sure that I call things their proper names. I mean, you've seen that a lot in the past, where I always talk about, like, I don't know how to pronounce this. Because I'm that obsessive about that sort of thing. Just, it's one of my many charming quirks, I'd like to say. Don't even ask how you get into that sort of thing. It's always been that way. It'd be hard to remember if they gave them creative names like runners or spinners. And these guys are called skeletons. These guys are called slammers. Yeah. And obviously these guys are called lacerators now. They were originally known as slashers. I called them slasher variants whenever I tried to name them in any way. Then they were called spinners. Then in one update they were called boogeymen. That was a weird time. These days they're called lacerators. And there you go. Good stuff. Probably better in French? I don't know. Given how the rest of the game kind of goes, it's like Dead Cells, I would say, regardless of what language you're playing it in, is a very blunt game. Not quite the same ring as Magistrate of Death. Yeah, that is a pretty good name, comparatively. Okay. Slammers, I am just... Even though I'm just talking about how much I do hate dealing with the demons, I'm also kind of worried about slammers because they did just end a promising run earlier as well. Played on Portuguese. Okay, fine. Oh, I gotta be on start screen. I'm not gonna be on the start screen just to do that. And there is where having the tornado really came in handy. Let's go. The immunity to stunning is what makes slammers brutal. Yeah, I mean, I guess. I didn't even know they were immune to stunning. I mean, I just know that they attack super fast. Like, way faster than you think they are. I heard that Joker is a super great movie. I've heard that it's better than you'd think it would be. I guess it's one of those, I guess it's kind of like Shazam, where Shazam kind of turned out like better than you would expect that hokey property to be. I don't know. It's interesting to see. I mean, frankly, I'm always somebody of a mind where it's like, I just want things to succeed more than they fail. I see some people who get like a really cathartic feeling whenever they see something that they don't like not succeed, but I'm always like, no, I want better entertainment than not. It's great compared to comics. Oh, harsh. They're immune. Try throwing a stun grenade. I don't even know the last time I've used a stun grenade. Doesn't work. Interesting. Also, I have completely failed to use networking at all because, like, that would probably actually be very good with the shrapnel axe here. I just didn't even think about it. I'm gonna have to focus a little bit more on that. But you know, this is also only one boss cell difficulty, so hey, not really the most oh, that was faster than I thought. Okay, come on. Come on, me. Cool. Cool. Well, that was a fight. Huh. All right then. Well, It's great compared to the comics, but calling it Taxi Driver is overrating it. Whoa, that is heaping some praise on there. As far as I know, Danny DeVito isn't in that movie, so it's automatically not as good as Taxi Driver. Let's go. Oh, talk about making runs quicker. What's that last mutation? It is networking. It makes it so that you have enemies share damage if they have arrows in them. It seems interesting, but it also seems like it might be a little bit too gimmicky to get a lot of use of. Most disrespectful giant fight. Oh no, the spin runs had way more disrespectful giant fights. Oh, those ones are just the king. Get wrecked. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow and wow. Talking about disrespectful fights here. Oh, pfft. Damn it! I missed jumping onto the platform, otherwise that would have been a perfect fight. That's too bad. Alright, that was... Let's go back 5-cell mode. 23 minutes. Wow. Ooh, boy. What happened to the castle? Giant fight immediately goes into the Hand of the King fight. Which, sure. I'm fine with that. I mean, now I can go through the Sepulchre and and if I choose to fight the giant, it's not like shooting myself in the foot. I get to skip the castle. That's great. Why'd you leave 5-cell? Just to actually see what's going on. Well... Let's go. You confused Danny DeVito with Robert De Niro. I think I might have confused that with Taxi Driver. What was the taxi movie where Danny DeVito played the guy? Taxi with Taxi Driver. Yep, there we go. There we go. Thank you, Sam Morgan. You get a shout out because you completely schooled me on something that I got wrong. Oh boy, it's been too long since I've seen either of those movies. Or maybe I'm actually confusing the two of them because, yeah, I wouldn't confuse Robert De Niro with Danny DeVito. I guess because they have a 3-segmented name could be the only, well, boy. It's too bad that this is part of the video that I'm going to be posting to save myself some embarrassment here. Anyway, all right, I'll make it up for you by having a good 5-cell run. How about that? Yeesh. Well, anyway, shouldn't we be on 4 boss cell? We just did that to unlock the new starting room? I mean, we were supposed to unlock the new starting room, but it didn't appear there. And then, I mean, really, I also just wanted a successful run, I'm gonna admit. So, you know, I mean, Taxi's a sitcom series, Taxi Driver is a drama movie. Yeah, I know. I know now. I just, they both have taxi in the name. And I somehow conflated the two in my mind. There we go. Just the style on them. Let's go. Where are the knife throwers? Yeah, one of the parts with the latest update here is that they kind of altered what the enemy makeup in the areas are. And I guess part of that is, well, the enemy makeup in the earlier levels. And part of that does seem to be getting rid of knife throwers in the early area. Which, sure, that's fine. I missed the Pyrotech runs. I was thinking about doing a Pyrotech run. Let's not die to a curse this time. Pyrotechnics just changed where you can hold down the button and have it constantly fire rather than needing to mash attack to get that working. Which is, you know, a small change, but I think it's fine. I think it's good. You know what? You worked out pretty well last time. I'm gonna pick you up here. Don't disappoint me, Shrapnel. And I'm also going to try to get networking to work here as well. Although Valmont's Whip is tempting. No. This, I think, is the best going on here. I'm confused what's going on. Oh, I confused the movie Taxi with the television show Taxi Driver. That's it. Let's take this and go. What if it was past the fountain in the 5-cell door room? Oh, I didn't... Wait, what? Did I miss something? Maybe it was. Maybe I should have probably not jumped the gun. I just wanted to see a low run completion time. It's been so long. I've been so incompetent. Oh. I forgot, that's not a real scroll, so it doesn't really leave you invulnerable for very long, which is an important thing to know. And doing 5-cell normal mode runs, it's been time. It's been a time. I feel like I should be doing them a little bit more often. They're fun. I don't know about Joker watching Good Will Hunting, Remember the Titans, and Scent of a Woman in a span of a few days. Made me expect more than I should have. Hooah! Now, tell me, does Joker at any point in time in that movie say hooah? Wait, fake scrolls? No, they're scroll fragments. You have to collect 4 of them to create a real scroll. Which is, I mean, I don't know, it's different. Hard to say. What are those skulls, fake scrolls? I mean, it's just, I think what it is supposed to be is it's supposed to be a way to sort of balance out losing a couple scrolls because they took out some of the cursed chests in the game now. It also, you know, makes it so there's more collectibles, explore around a little bit more, all that sort of thing. I think it's fine. I mean, I don't really think it makes all that much of a difference, but hey, it's here. So I am going to abide by the rules of Dead Cells, as you do. As you do. Okay. You crank that soldier boy. There. And also a pretty good necklace to get for attack this round. Since you want to go full glass cannon always. One of the more minor changes that has happened in the recent update is that protectors now apparently take up more... I can't remember what they called them. They gave it a name like enemy resource or something like that. So basically less enemies can spawn next to them, which is a good change, if you ask me. Glass cannon 24/7, baby. If I do actually manage to play some Noita after this, we might see a return of that. Dang, I like that game a lot. Also, this run, to be honest, has been going surprisingly well. I've only gotten hit by something that didn't even deal malaise damage to me, which is not a common occurrence. Certainly. Don't jinx it. I'll jinx whatever I want. I've had thousands of runs in this game. Surely can it really get all that much worse or better? It's a numbers game, baby. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, magic missile. Yeah, sure. Kind of do a little bit of a combo. I like that. I like the sound of that. Did you do the new biome yet? Yes, I did. I had a couple attempts at it, but kept dying to cursed chests, so I just did it in 1-cell mode, and it was a little bit better. And there we go, and good. Okay, what do you got here? An interesting idea. I don't think I am going to take that. Poisons enemies. Oh, that's a lot more tempting. Chat, what do you think? What do you think? Should I take it? Should I take it? Should I not die? I'm leaving this up to you. Your fate, or my fate, is in your hands. And also your fate is in my hands, but you're not supposed to know about that part yet. Okay, a little bit of damage over time. Never gonna hurt anybody except for my enemies. Cool. I see take it, no, do it for the memes. The memes? I wouldn't really say that this is a meme weapon, but sure. Say ooh-ah. End of a woman, ooh-ah. Robert De Niro at his wackiest, certainly. Rip Shrapnel Axe. I mean, to be fair, we had a great run with the Shrapnel Axe last time. I think that, you know, we can throw it on the bench for a little bit longer. This run is now cursed. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, are you telling me that there's something wrong with taking a survival scaling weapon on a tactics run? A survival scaling melee weapon? I don't really see what could possibly go wrong. This run is now legendary. Exactly. Or are we talking about me saying hoo-ah? What do you think of the new biome? I mean, I just like having something that gives a little bit more variety to the game. It seems like it's pretty rough as of just yet. But I do think that just more areas to go to is better. Why not? More reasons to go into the sewers? Sure. Give them to me. Give them to me. That's what I say. Good Lord. Will you just die already? Proof of concept more than a biome. Yeah, and that's fine. That's fine. Still, it's not like Prison Depths is nice. It's not like Prison Depths is a really huge fleshed out area either, so I think that it being an equivalent to that is fun. What's the coolest thing in the new update? Hard to say. I like the new tactics mutations. I like the idea of doing a colorless mode. That's kind of cool. Maybe just the fact there's no damage cap. I like that. It's just so unbelievably tiny. From what I understand, Prison Depths should be about the same thing, so prepare yourself. When you do the baby talk, you got to finish your sentence with an Elmer Fudd laugh. I don't know if I can do that. Give me a second. No, that was more like SpongeBob? Nah, I don't know. Strategic retreat. What's the new biome called? Corrupted Confines. Are they actually implementing colorless mode? It's already implemented from what I understand. I just don't have it on right now. But it should be here. Need to add some different traps. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it. Nah, I'm not going to take that. I like what I got going on here. And obviously going to be... Come on, man. Stop that. Obviously going to be using a little bit more of Magic Missile at this point in time just to make sure that I'm not dying here. Because there's always that possibility. Good, good, and good. Good and great. Magic Missile still remains quite a good weapon. I can't believe that I undervalued this thing so much before. Well, no longer. No longer. Okay. I mean, here's the thing. Did you hit me on the rebound? No, that's not the thing. The thing that I was going to say is that hit me on the backswing, not the rebound. But I forgot what the thing was. Whoa. That was... Oh, right. The fact that I have the Wolf Trap. The Wolf Trap is really what ties this run together. Because having a weapon like this would normally be a very bad idea, especially using a tactics run. However, with the ability to freeze enemies in place, it's much more effective. That is what you call pro-level playing. Did you see that? Did you see it? If you don't, if I had the ability to go back and show that in slow motion, I would. Because that was incredible. Okay. Okay. Anybody else? At least I mean, I'm going to say that with the lack of demons in here and everything, and there you go. Wow. You don't even have like the gold key anymore or anything. It's just, you just done. You just finished. Oh, that confusing Italian act is worrying me. I'm not confused. confusing Italian actors. I'm confusing television shows and movies. How do I play the alpha update? Right-click on the game in Steam, go into Properties, and then in the Beta tab, you can select Join. Yeah. You can select Join Alpha. It will say, not for the faint-hearted, and then you're off to the races. It's so tiny. I mean, I like to think of it as being compact. Hey. Anyway. What else we got going on here? This is a good start. And I do think that with this sort of combination of items, maybe not the War Spear, but that could be switched out for something else eventually, that this could also be one to take to the Giant again and maybe get a nice, quick 5-cell normal run win? I mean, I'm just saying, with the ability to have, an uncapped damage, you are much more likely to really get a good glass cannon run going at this point in time. I don't know. I understand the change, but Prison Depths is just boring now. I mean, it's also over very quickly, so I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Look, of course I'm going to say that I want the shorter runs. You know this. I made it only so apparent in the past couple days. There we go. Maybe roll damage, Magic Missile for more damage on poisoned. Yeah, I probably should. But the thing is, it's like I'm still kind of wondering how long I'm going to be having any of these weapons at this rate. Because I might be... You don't have equipment that lets you break the damage cap yet. Not yet! But in 5-cell mode, it's much easier to do that sort of thing. So I'm only expecting it to be a matter of time. Is what I'm saying. Hey, Lamau. Should I? Chat! I'm throwing it to you once again. I see yes. Yes. Do it. Legendary run. No, it's not. This is going to replace the War Spear. It's just like, ooh, I don't know. Of course you should. Yes. All right. Just do it already. Runs already. I mean, hey, you were talking about me not hitting the damage cap. Oh, now what? I mean, I'm still not quite there, but it's only a matter of time. Oh, okay. Let's go. No colorless run only. I mean, they've taken a lot of the colorless items out of the game. It's not quite as good. Don't be greedy. Why not? This is the time to be greedy. If there's ever a time to be greedy, it would be when you have nothing else to lose. Okay. Like a lot of this. Might go back for that wolf trap, but we'll see. DMX once said stop being greedy. Why would I trust Mr. MX on anything? He's been doing this for 19 years. He might have the experience, but I don't really think that he's got much. I don't know where I'm going with this. Abandon bit. Once again. Why not greedy? It's fun to be greedy. Yeah, exactly. I played an entire series called Done Greed. Did you think during that I was trying to be very spendthrift with my habits? No, that's ridiculous. Yeah, sure. Where do I use the Cavern Key at? In the graveyard. You gotta get to the Conjunctivius, and then after you get to the Conjunctivius, you can use the Cavern Key in this gigantic area with a big, huge Grim Reaper statue. It's very obvious to open up the cavern. I'd recommend doing it. There's some good stuff in there. And I do think that with this latest alpha update, you might only be seeing it getting better. Okay, and nope. Nice try. Not gonna work. Whip's animation looks sort of like you're punching rather than whipping. I mean, it's not just punching. You also do have a little kick at the end of the animation. That's its critical attack. Honestly, never really a big fan of that. I always preferred when it was just straight whipping. Whip it real good. What's new in the update? You can check it in the... I have the patch notes in the description. check it and see. Those patch notes got a fever of 103. Hit harder and slight. What was Motion Twins' original inspiration? Well, they were originally going to create this as a mobile game that was a tower defense game, which is why there's so many like turrets and everything in here. But then they decided to go a lot more. Well, they decided to do something more along the lines of a roguelite style. And because they enjoyed Castlevania, the Symphony of the Night style ones, so much, they wanted to do it that sort of way. And then, eventually, it turned into this here. Okay, that was close. Thank God they didn't do that. I know, right? I would have never played the game if that was the case. Instead, it's just like the modern version of it. I mean, even like the early access version of it was so inventive and neat that I'm like, I want to make a channel based around this game. I want to make a YouTube channel. Just ow, 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 ow. I'm okay. Okay. Just based on this. Anyway. Oh, that's not a yikes moment. Not yet. I'm surviving okay. Look, we got a way to go before it gets real bad. This is still manageable. Okay. What? No, you didn't die. How'd you not die from that? Yeah, hey, come out. Be a little bit more cautious here. No, I'm not gonna double cake. We don't need to double cake just yet. Because here's the thing. As soon as I find a cursed chest, and I will find a cursed chest, I will be able to regen most of my health as well as get rid of the malaise and everything. It'll be just fine. In fact, I can actually go and get it right now if I just decide to go do this. Look at that. I'm a real rebel. I'm a rebel, Dottie. A loner. Okay, let's just kind of focus on ranged weapons at this point in time. Just to be sure. How do you get the new area and how do you get the new rune? The new area is right through the sewers. As soon as you get into the toxic sewers, you just look around. You'll eventually be able to find it. And then the new rune, I have no idea. A Rebel Daddy? Yes. Rebel Dottie, it's Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Come on, you kids surely have seen Pee-wee's Big Adventure. If not, then I don't know what to say. Then you are lost. And there we go. Ah. What is the malaise? Malaise is a thing that only starts appearing on 4 and 5 cell difficulty. Basically, every time you get hit by a regular enemy, not a trap, not a summoned enemy, it adds a point of malaise. Get 10 points of malaise, and you are permanently at 10% health until you lower your malaise count in whatever way you do so. It's a harsh way to add some extra difficulty, but can't say it's ineffective. The game becomes a lot more difficult. Okay. And there we go. Oh. Does Pee-wee's Big Adventure take place in the cinema? I don't know, maybe. It's been a while since I've seen that movie myself, I'm gonna admit. Hey, I'll take that. And there we go. Yeah, invisibility is not going to be helping you too much here now, is it? Oh, or maybe it is, because I thought I killed you. Okay, anyway. So like Dead Inside infection? Dead Inside increased the amount of malaise you can take. It's just a mechanic that appears later in the game, basically, if you're talking about malaise. But Herman was arrested for public lewdness in a center. Yeah, I know. Wait, public lewdness? I have never heard that term before. Too lewd. Not my fault I was born in 05. I mean, isn't it, though? Give a big think to that one. Yeah. And there we go. Yeesh. How badly did they nerf the amount of cursed chests? There used to be 2 in this area. I haven't even found 1 yet. So that's a worrying thought, but one that I'll get over pretty quickly. Confirm my... No, almost missed you. Like 75% less. That's a big percent. Okay. Yeah, because I don't think there's any... I've kind of looked through the entire area here. There's 1 more to look at, but I haven't even found 1 cursed chest yet. Used to be like 8 to 10 in a run. Now it's like 4. That's... I mean, you know, I always say that I've never been a big fan of that, and I still stick to it. No, wait, this is not the area I want to go to. This Dead Cells guy always been a chick because it looks like he's rocking a bra. Oh, he is. Like this is the timekeeper outfit. Have you never noticed that with the timekeeper outfit? As a bared midsection too. Ooh, do I want this? I kind of do. Yeah, you know what? Sure. Not playing consistent YOLO. I mean, what do you mean like a consistent YOLO? Why did they nerf the number of cursed chests considering they were necessary? I mean, the point was that they shouldn't be necessary, which is why they want to nerf them. Putting things in a little bit more reasonable locations. All right, let's hope that there are 15 more enemies in this area. I'm gonna just assume there are because I don't want to grasp with any other possibility at this point in time. Hey, another scroll fragment. Cool. And let's go. Poor boss cell with the cursed chest in the cavern is gone too. It's again probably for the best. Well, I don't see any more enemies. Let's go do a perfect concierge fight, I guess. Lower the cursed chest because they buffed cursed items and add more scrolls to the game. Yeah, that is pretty much it. Thank you, Mr. Rental. Well, yeah, taking this. Forget about that fire grenade. Good luck. No, I have perfected this character many a time. It's gonna be fine. Just kill the concierge 8 times. Oh, that's easy. Oh, I do have quad damage, but I don't know if I really want to use that quad damage on this fellow. Look, it'll be fine. Right, they go past the first phase. I forgot about that. Do have to remember that whole thing. So it's like he doesn't just walk towards me. That's right. That's right. Okay, well, I'll continue on with this a little bit more in the future then, I guess. I mean, in the meantime, pretty much, I do think that it's like, yeah, I do like a lot of the changes in the update. I do think it needs a little